Alright guys, I don't usually ask for this, but smash that like in the next 10 seconds. It would mean the world to me and also help the video get out there, because I'm about to explain exactly where the Chapter 2 storyline has started and who are the E.G.Os. Hey guys, it's postboxpat. Welcome back to a brand new Fortnite Battle Royale storyline video, and in today's storyline video I'm going to be explaining exactly what is happening in Chapter 2's storyline of Season 1. This is going to be a really awesome video, so if you guys are new around here, consider hitting that subscribe button. Roughly 60% of you guys watching this video right now aren't already subscribed, and it would mean the world if you guys could go and do that. Also, if you'd like to get gifted a skin from me, I'm going to be gifting a bunch of subscribers some battle passes and skins from the item shop, or items in general from the item shop. Just remember to comment down below your Epic Games name and let me know that you're using code postboxpat, and make sure you've registered it into your item shop. And let me know in the comments down below if you're using code postboxpat, and then let me know your in-game name, and I'll be gifting you guys a bunch of stuff. Really exciting stuff right there. But where are we going to start with this? So, Chapter 2 itself is pretty massive. We've got so much going on. We've got the E.G.Os, we've got the alter E.G.Os. I'm going to explain all that for you guys right now. So to start with, what I want to start with is these E.G.Os. You can see on screen right now, here is the symbol from the Battle Pass. These are known as the E.G.Os. Now, there are two types of these. We've got the standard E.G.Os, which we see as maybe the good, but however, that may not be the case. We'll explain that in today's video. And also, we have the alter E.G.O as well. It's quite an interesting thing to consider that, because obviously we have two versions of each. Now, I did recently upload a video on my channel where I spent 19 minutes explaining exactly what happened from Season X to the start of Chapter 1, breaking down all the tapes and breaking down all the information regarding all that sort of stuff. Now, in today's little part of the video, I wanted to start off with part of that when I showed off the secret screen when the loading of Season 1 started for Chapter 2. So if you look closely, you can see these little kind of text bubbles at the bottom left, and they were very interesting and very informative for us as Fortnite players. And what were really useful about these is they actually gave us an indication onto how Season X ended / the end event and the outcome of it, as I broke it down in the previous video, which I recommend watching after this video. But I'm going to take the end of them bits, and you can see them on screen right now. So I'm going to take them in and zoom them in so you guys can see them in a little bit bigger font. But you can see our best team has been scrambled and inserted was the first one. So what's really interesting about that is if we consider what is the best team, and obviously it's been located in D5 or D4, sorry, potentially. We don't 100% know if that's the case, but does this mean the visitor has deployed another team on the map and his team are the alter egos, or he's taken control of them from his ship and have some sort of kind of control over this? Now, if you're wondering, Pat, how on earth is the visitor still alive? Yesterday's video, guys, there's some questions in there that you guys can go and answer. It's a very interesting one. But what I'm trying to explain here is basically potentially on D5/D4 area, we have kind of a blank-ish area. Maybe this could be where the visitor has deployed some of the alter egos, as we don't see any bases for the alter egos around the map. We only see the E.G.Os. So I think that's a nice little addition right there for everyone wondering. As well, we do have other kind of information as well from these. Coming in at number 2, we expect resistance and similar embedded agents, which obviously kind of applies the idea that we are summoning these alter egos coming from a different realm. The visitors created these people to kind of go and scout the map, but they're expecting resistance from similar agents, you know, similar ability, and that's the egos, or the sort of they're not called the egos, the E.G.Os, and the other team's the alter egos. So, you know, you get the idea right there. And then finally, the final one we have is we've been as quiet as possible, but the gaze of others may now be turned towards 0, which I think is interesting to consider, because if you think of it that way, that potentially could mean that generally these people on the map have been chilled, they've not been doing anything, they've been kind of just living in Salty Springs, living in these places, and the visitors targeted these and maybe not the visitor, maybe someone else, we don't know if it's the visitor or not. Someone has targeted these and turned them into the dark or even good side to take control of the map. Now, here's the idea of the E.G.Os. They have that flag, they have this base, and we can see they even have the logo on the side and the front of the cars. This is something to consider when you're actually looking around the map for them. You'll notice wherever they are, the E.G.Os, there will be these bases. It's kind of like green / army texture type thing, and we also have obviously the cars with their logo on as well. Now I'm going to go around the map showing you guys a bunch of locations of this as we continue to go around explaining what we have. But right here it looks like we have a standard outpost, and we obviously have the crashed plane as well, which we've just been over. So that's nice to see, but we're going to continue going around the map and showing off all the locations that we currently have regarding the storyline with the E.G.O. So there's a lot of stuff going on, and some stuff that I want to consider is how we were actually fooled back in Season 4. So if you remember the first storyline we got in Fortnite Battle Royale, a lot lot of us thought there was a movie going on, but we didn't realize it was a movie. We actually thought it was a real fight between Omega and Carbide. However, that was not the case. The battle was actually not between them. It was actually the Visitor starting the storyline. And that again could be the misconception with this season. We could all be kind of hyping up this battle between the E.G.Os and the alter egos. However, there's something else behind the scenes. And we'll go into that as we continue to go around as well. Talk a little bit further about what is going on that side of stuff. But we do have another outpost coming up, and you can see it here. This one to me looks like some sort of kind of relay where they'd go and they'd get their tires fixed by the looks of it. More like car repairs, maybe a factory type thing. Definitely a repair center where they'd go with their spare trucks / cars, mobiles, whatever you want to call them. And they'd go in here and check out what they've got. Now what's really cool about this spot, and something interesting to know, is every single one of these E.G.O's location has always got guards situated in them. However, there are a few cars on the map that are the same design as the E.G.O cars, but they aren't officially owned by the E.G.Os. So we could potentially have rebels on the map using these cars. For example, the one at this wood location here doesn't seem to have the E.G.O locations on. And at first I actually thought this was the E.G.Os going around the map taking control, and could be them. We don't know if it's them in disguise, we don't 100%. But after considering it a little bit further, I started to realize, maybe this vehicle is just used by the E.G.Os and it isn't actually owned by them, but we don't know if it's a disguised vehicle or not. But just generally considering, we can see them as just a normal car for now. So as we continue to go further around the map, there are a few other things which I want to show off as well. We have a lot of roads, we have a lot of outposts, and a few different locations. The next one we've got is they're going to be their communication relay. The next one we've got over here is their communication relay. Again, you can clearly tell it's the E.G.Os. They've got the flag up here, and it's very nice to see, and even on the car as well, that they've got this communication outpost. Now, obviously, this outpost would be for private communications between them, and the public won't be able to tap into this. We'll see in a second there's a bunch of public outposts as well, where you get radio broadcasts and stuff like that. But I guess this is just for the E.G.Os, and this outpost is quite a cool spot to land if you want to get some decent loot. I guess there's not much here other than a few chests, but it's cool. I love landing at storyline locations, and this is definitely one. You can even see how Highland radio towers are. This definitely seems like an area where some of the E.G.Os would have been deployed. Probably roughly about 3 or 4. There isn't many chairs inside of here, and you can see that it's definitely temporary because it's all on scaffolding. These have just been recently deployed, a little bit like in season 7 with AIM and that. We had these little outposts which were deployed all around the map. I guess that's kind of giving that vibe to me when I look at this, but that's my personal opinion on this sort of stuff. You'll have to let me know in the comment section down below. Do you think the E.G.Os are bad, or do you think they're good? Quite an interesting concept. So as we continue going through, there are a bunch of different locations on the map as well, which I want to go over regarding secret areas, because this one is something which we've all seen from the start, coming up in a second. But just before we get to that, here are the communication relays I was on about for the public in Fortnite Battle Royale Chapter 2. You can see here's the radio outpost, maybe the TV broadcast. We don't know 100% what they are, but it's quite obvious to think that they are potentially just TV and radio broadcasts for the entire map on a tall hill. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting to it. And as before we get to the secret bunker in a sec, we've obviously got Camp Cod as well over here. This could be part of the rebels / rebellion on the map. We don't know 100%, but the vibe we get from it kind of gives us it, with the idea of it being a private property and keep out. There's a bunch of secrets in here as well where they're holding things maybe from the original map, so it could potentially be some sort of kind of revolt here going, or some sort of army / rebels that are formed here ready to battle off the rest of the obviously E.G.Os and stuff like that. So it's quite nice to see they even have a target range in here, so it kind of gives that vibe to me that there's something going on, because they could be training to fight these. We're not 100% sure if that will be the case or not, but we'll have to see. If the event's going to end with a battle between the E.G.Os and the alters, we'll have to just wait and see if that's going to be the case. But it's nice to see that they've got like a firing range area in there, which is cool as well, and a cool concept to consider for everyone out there wondering of what is going on with that side of stuff. So do think about it, guys. It's quite an interesting one. Camp Cod potentially could be like that. We even have kind of these barriers on the front with the private property, and even more barriers and a bus. They clearly don't want people to get in here. So it's quite obvious that this could be something to do with the storyline, especially with the Chapter 2 Season 1 storyline. I always say Chapter 1, but yes, nice to see going on right there. It is the end of Chapter 1 now, and now in Chapter 2 part. Stop saying that. Okay, so the next location we've got is the secret bunker. To me, this bunker isn't owned by the E.G.Os, because this car here that's going into the bunker doesn't have the E.G.O locations on. Hence, it could be actually a potential spy car, but we're not 100% sure if that's going to be the case. What does give me the E.G.O vibe, though, is the sandbags. They seem to have sandbags located everywhere. Maybe this is owned by the other team, maybe the Rebels, or maybe another team that we haven't kind of investigated into yet in the Fortnite Battle Royale map. We'll just have to wait and see what's going to be the case with this base. But definitely keep an eye on it. It's going to be big for the storyline. I keep you guys updated weekly if any changes do happen. We even have a lot of tents up here, which kind of gives me the vibe that people maybe are keeping an eye on this, or they're just having like a ski resort. But to me, this doesn't look like a ski resort at all. It kind of looks like more of a secret bunker. The mountains don't have much snow on, so you're not going to be able to do much skiing. So obviously, potentially right here, this could be the E.G.O's outpost inside of this secret bunker inside of the mountain. We'll just have to wait and see if that is owned officially by the government or not. I can't give you a guarantee, but you just never know in the Fortnite Battle Royale world. So this is going to be a big part to it, guys, so stay tuned for that one, guys. You can expect more information on that throughout the season as we get more map changes. We know that there's police in the island as well. You can see that here, that we have police, 100% guaranteed. The police are real in the island. You can see them here. This car's been pulled over for speeding, probably. So that's really nice to see that they have that kind of rules and regulations in the map as well. So nicely done there. But I think definitely we have to be kind of aware of the E.G.Os that's going on, because it's something that's going to just affect the entire Fortnite storyline from now to chapter 3, which is in about 2 years time. So we have little outposts like this. See, this is what makes me think these cars are general, like just general public, because you know there's no E.G.O logo on them ones, which is nice to see. But there are a few more E.G.O outposts which I want to go over. So as we continue to tour them out, I'll show you guys a few. Here's one of their main camps. This looks like maybe where they stay overnight from what I can gather from it. I think this is a really cool one in my opinion. You can see that we have 2 cars parked out front. We have obviously the barriers again to make sure you've got to like register to get in. And then this looks like just general outpost where the E.G.Os would sleep overnight. Looks very similar to the AIM outposts back in season 7 and season 8, around there when AIM was in season 7 time. When the planes were in, so that's really nice to see. But yes, that's what we've got there. I think that's a cool location. That's like one of their main outposts from what we can tell on the map. Another thing they do as well is they actually have a roadblock somewhere on the map, which is nice to see. Yeah, I guess it's not exactly nice for the people, but it's quite interesting how they've blocked up a road and they are checking everyone that goes through. As we continue to go around, we'll come across that and I'll show you guys that in a second. It's kind of weird, really. I did not expect them to put in something like that and control kind of the road 100%. If we can find it, I'll show it you guys. I'm sure we'll get to it eventually, and that's it here. So yeah, this is it. I knew it was over here. I knew it was the next one. But this one here looks like more of kind of like a control outpost. So you can see how they've got the road blocked off and they're forcing you to go through here, check in here, then maybe get searched, maybe by these vans or the people in here, and then you get sent on your way as like through here back onto the road. It's kind of like they've blocked off the road and they're forcing you to go through their base. Now, it's not that hard just to drive around this, generally speaking. Like, I think most of us could just go, we'll just go around this and just continue round on the road and then keep going through like this. And you just go round and round and round and do the same again here. And you could just go round nice and slowly and carry on. Like, you could easily do that. But generally speaking, we don't know how powerful and how strong the E.G.Os are. They are obviously going to have restrictions. They may have people stood here. They may have extra cars. They've already got 1, 2, 3, 4 cars here. Then as we go inside, they've even got more. They've got this lorry here loaded up with maybe just general goods by the looks of it. And maybe they're being searched because they've been sent through this direction. They're making sure they're controlling the island. Or they're loading it up with some of their cargo. I'm not too sure which one would be the answer to that one. But they've got a lot of like kind of storage and stuff in here. Maybe stuff that they deploy around the map if they need it. So definitely consider these people as being quite scary, guys. They're going to be pretty big. They even have a sniper tower over here as well, where potentially someone would stand and keep lookout on. So I think they are being quite strict to the map. But there's definitely a lot of people here because there's 4 cars parked out the front, which could equal up to, I guess, if every seat's full in the car, how many seats have we got in the back? We've got no seats. 2 seats in the back. We could probably get 2 in there. So it's 4, 8, 12, 16 people potentially at this outpost, not including ones that may live here permanently if there are beds and stuff in this outpost. I'm not 100% sure if there is, but considering that, there will be plus 16 people in this outpost easily. So nice to see that, but quite an interesting thing to talk about because obviously the E.G.Os are slowly taking over, and we can see that there with them blocking off the road and controlling kind of a searcher point for people visiting. Maybe they're checking people from the factories or the industrial power plant area, so we don't 100% know, but nice to see that sort of stuff going on, guys, and definitely keep your eye out for them in the Fortnite storyline. So as we continue going further around the map, we'll keep checking out little outposts for you guys, letting you guys know if there any are other E.G.O locations. But other than that, I'm pretty sure if we keep exploring, we're going to head back to where we started, and there are no more E.G.O outposts that I know of. But if you guys do spot any, or if any do come up into the map, let me know, because that is where the chapter 2 storyline is at this moment in time. We obviously have the small outpost back over at spawn over here. You can see that right here. So that's another E.G.O outpost there. But other than that, that's everything on the E.G.Os. I'm very excited to see what they're going to do with the storyline. We don't 100% just know, but it definitely does look like they're planning on something bad, or maybe they are currently in charge of the map and they're maybe not too liked about the people who live here. So, you know, we'll have to see on how the map's going to turn out and how the storyline is going to go with the E.G.Os. I'm very excited to see, and I cannot wait to see what they're going to have with the Fortnite storyline. There obviously is a bunch of other stuff on the map. There's a bunch of rebels and stuff like that. I will do separate videos on each point of interest as well very soon for you guys. And we also have this kind of oyster army over here as well, I guess. And I think they're pretty cool. They're like some sort of tribal place over here. Looks like the fish stick tribe army. So I think that's nice to see. But we'll have to just wait and see what's going to happen with the storyline. Let me know in the comments down below if I've missed anything, or if you've got any theories yourself with the E.G.Os and the alter egos. So very nice to see. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Don't forget to smash that like, smash that subscribe if you're new around here. Stick around for daily Fortnite content, and don't forget to go and check out yesterday's video where I explain all the tapes, all of the transition basically from chapter 1's end, the end event, season X, to chapters 2 season 1 start. So that's really nice stuff to go and check out. So make sure you go and watch it. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Don't forget to go and smash that like, smash that subscribe, and once again, this is postboxpat signing out.